I'm Christine Barger, the Haunt Girl. This is my husband, Jeremiah.
Hello.
And today we are talking about...
Black Market Escape Rooms?
MurderCo. Now, normally in my reviews, I do not give any spoilers. Today, I'm making an exception, and if you hang out to the very end of this video, you just might get a spoiler. I'll give you a spoiler alert beforehand, don't worry.
Won't let you down at all.
All right, here we go. Our review. What do you think? What do you think?
I loved it.
I loved it too.
I thought they just nailed what they were going for. And they built a haunt first and an escape room second.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Definitely a haunted house.
Yeah. With
escape room elements. More so than a scary escape room. Would you say?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, it was a haunt. I mean, it really was. It felt like a wonderful, well-made, immersive haunt.
And it's very immersive. However, it is not super extreme. It is not the things that you see in those documentaries where people are being waterboarded and being fed cockroaches. It's nothing like that. And I promise I would not lead you astray. I do not like those kinds of experiences. Those are not my thing. I don't want to eat bugs. I don't want spiders on my face. I don't want snakes crawling on me. I don't like to be whipped. It's just not my thing.
Quite the opposite. The staff is very good at freaking you out.
Oh, yeah.
But still making you feel like it's a very safe environment.
Yes. And I love haunted houses. We don't really get scared very often in haunts. Like, even boo scares, it's kind of hard. We've just been to so many, and we kind of... Haunted houses are very predictable in a way.
There's a rhythm, usually, and you can see that rhythm coming.
And this actually had that rhythm throughout the storytelling. However, they still got me. There was one point I must have jumped 3 feet in the air and screamed. Most of the time, I didn't find that to be quite the case. I was mostly just having fun and laughing kind of at the boys that were with us because they were screaming a lot and kind of scared and shaking and having a hard time with keys and things.
Yeah. Well, the room has... It's that wonderful blend that makes haunted houses so much fun of kind of tongue-in-cheek moments with extreme fear at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And they nail it. Once again, they nailed it. They
it.
knew everything to do to make this a memorable experience.
It really was. If you are not a haunted house person, though, this is probably not your escape room because it's not your typical escape room. You have to think of it as a haunted house going into it. And if you can't walk through a walkthrough at Knott's Berry Farm or Halloween Horror Nights, you probably won't enjoy this very much, to be quite honest. We were supposed to play with 4 people, 2 girls and 2 guys. One of the boys actually had tricked his girlfriend into coming.
This girl was not a haunt person.
Not a haunt person.
At
Hated
all.
haunted houses. We started talking outside, and of course my big mouth was like, wow, why would you come to this?
Yeah.
This is scary. And she was like, what? I'm not doing this. So we got her into the lobby, which was a feat in itself. And she pretty much wanted to turn around and go back to the car. And we convinced her to stay. The staff actually did an incredible job of trying to convince her to play and see if she could handle it. And if she wanted to walk out at any point, she could. It wouldn't end our game. She would just be able to basically chicken exit out. She didn't want to. She was ready to go back to the car, and they convinced her to stay and watch from a different area.
Which apparently they were still able to kind of get her
and
a few times.
They still had some sort of immersion in the experience. But there are no refunds. So don't trick your girlfriends or your boyfriends or whoever, your mom or your dad, into coming to this because you think they're going to like haunted houses when you know they don't. Like, don't do that to them. You're just going to waste your money. I mean, I still think she got some of her money's worth.
Well, she did.
She sounded like she had a really good time.
She got to watch from the back room, us play.
But that initial moment of her finding out what she was in for, it was pretty awful.
It was. Well, I mean, she was
felt
that
so bad
type
for her.
of person that I'm sure can't even do the Haunted Mansion at Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, she was
just
so non-haunt
not a haunt
at all.
person. Like,
And you know, this is intense. I mean, that's how the lobby is. You walk into this world.
In the world.
And it's a scary world. It's a dark, evil world
Yes.
that you're about to enter,
And
and you feel it.
It's really twisted to emotionally and mentally and physically. Like I said, they're not going to hurt you. You're going to be safe. They're incredibly professional staff. They're very kind people. We loved the staff so much at this event, and I can't say that that's always the case at haunts or escape rooms. And these guys were just incredible. But it's really messed up. It's a rated R room, and it is. There's a moment that we thought was more than rated R, personally. Like, it gets pretty... Yeah, it's rated R.
Had it been released in the 70s, it would have gotten the X.
So, I mean, definitely be prepared emotionally for the choices you're going to have to make, the things you're going to do, the things you're going to see. Like, it's not a fun unicorns and glitter room. It's dark.
Oh, it's
incredible.
It shows how evil humanity can really get. And it really likes to flirt with that and play with that and let you experience that and wants you to experience that and kind of find out what it does to you. And they nail it. They just nail it. They let you make a choice even. Of a couple different choices that are, I won't say anything more because I don't want to.
Yeah, there's a couple of times where you have choices that you may not even know you have.
Yeah.
And we discussed with one of the staff members at the end after the other group had left and asked them some questions. And there were choices that could have been made that it was, I mean, it's an immersive experience. And it's an incredibly well done, top-notch, highly recommended experience if you like haunted houses or scary things or scary movies.
Immersive
theater. Like, this is great. If you are a straight-up escape room junkie that doesn't like haunted houses and just loves puzzles, this also may not be your room.
May not be.
You might still really enjoy it.
Yeah, you might have a good time.
But
just enjoying the immersion and the extremeness of it and the real urgency and the panic.
Puzzles themselves are not particularly difficult or especially unique in and of themselves.
We've seen most of the puzzles before, but
with
so
the intensity of everything going on around you, they're much more difficult than they would normally be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they did an amazing job. I think they did the perfect level of difficulty on the puzzles. I think the actors are incredible. The storytelling was great. I really like the story. I love the twist at the very beginning of the story. They really set it up for being like this incredible storytelling experience. There are definitely some moments where the puzzles and the story were a little bit like, how did that happen? But
I kind of wonder.
It doesn't matter. Like, it was so much fun.
You don't think about it until you're out of it.
Yeah, once you're thinking back and you're about to review it, and then you're like, but wait, why did that make that happen?
Yeah.
Huh. Then it starts to get a little bit like, maybe. But in the moment, I didn't even question it at all.
No, because you're so wrapped up in
it was so much fun. Incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you like this video, please give it one of these thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification so you can find out when I review or we review the next room that we play. And also you can check me out at thehauntgirl.com where I list escape rooms that we have played or I have played. And now, the thing I never do.
Give that spoiler.
I am. I'm so sorry to those of you that don't want the spoiler. It's time to turn off the video. For those of you who want it, here it is. So, when you...